guys, thanks so much for joining me today. Today is video number 1 for our plant channel, so I'm very excited about this new channel. We're gonna be doing all about plants, just plants, and the topic today will be desert rose. I did a while ago start some seedlings. I already repot this one, but I start some seedlings, some desert rose seedlings, and I trimmed some and I got this. So I'm gonna be doing a bunch of videos about different topics, but the topics today is about repotting a desert rose. My seedlings have been sitting on this pot for a while, and the soil is not holding moisture. So I noticed that they are a little bit like in need of water. No matter how much I water them, that they still needs water. So what I'm doing is just repotting them, getting them out of this old pot. I'm gonna keep the same pot because they don't like to be in a big pot. Desert rose like to be in the smallest possible pot. They like to grow with a tight root. Oh, what is that? Now, another thing that I have to tell you all, when you repot a desert rose, you gotta move it out of the sun, because this part here, when you lift it, the CALDEX, it will burn. So you have to make sure that you out of the sun. This one was really bad shape. It needed, look, it's all the way down here. Really needed to be lifted. I supposed to have done this a while ago, but you know how that goes. We get busy, and I moved. And now you don't want to pull it, the roots. I already cleaned my blades, so every time you change from one plant to another, you have to clean it. And you see the roots, they're in your lifting area. You want to prune it. There you go. And normally you can put cinnamon. I cannot find my cinnamon, so I'm using propolis. So, and then you just squirt a little bit of propolis where you did. And so you don't forget, I got to do this one too, because I cut the roots on that one. And once you stay out of the sun, you'll be fine. When you are removing it, you want to check your roots. Make sure they're healthy. Get the old soil out of them. And just be careful not to damage with the knife. I usually like to do it with my hands, but I don't want to get my hands too dirty. This is a good time when you are repotting it. It's a good time for you to check and make sure that you don't have any diseases going on, and your root system is healthy, your plant is healthy, and it's a good time for you to lift it. So this is what I'm doing today. I'm repotting it. I'm gonna be lifting. That's why I'm gonna be cutting those roots that are above my line. Let's see if I can show you also like that. You know, you just cut it, spray it to protect it from fungus and bacteria to get into the cut. I really love to use cinnamon, but like I said, I don't have the cinnamon today, so I'm gonna be having to use whatever I have. The desert rose does not need to be repotted too often. When you notice that they are not giving you flowers, they are not acting well, they are looking sad, or the CALDEX is getting too mushy, that's when you have to check them. Sometimes it can be just that not getting enough nutrients. They are very picky about nutrients. They like to have nutrients. And so you want to fertilize it. I don't know how often I fertilize mine, but I pretty much fertilize with all my other plants. I try to do it in the summer more often, or in the spring more often, and then less often in the winter time. They do not like too much water in the winter time, but I'm from Florida, so we do get a lot of water, a lot of rain. Ideally, I like to put in the moss. You know those little moss? I forgot what it's called. This looks like something is going on these roots. I got some little white things that I'm not sure. I hope it's not mealybug, but they do have a tendency of getting diseases if they're not nourished. And if that's the case, you have to make sure you treat them. And of course, you know, if they get too wet, they will also get soggy and mushy and they will rot. So it's kind of like one of those things that you have to kind of keep an eye on it. This propolis spray, it's really good for protecting the roots. See? And now the soil mixture that I'm using, I got a new soil. I'm not gonna clean the pot. Let me look in here. As a matter of fact, this pot has some stuff on it. Sometimes you see, I might want to clean this one. Look, it's got something underneath. So I'm gonna clean this one. So I'm gonna put her on this one. They don't like to be, in too much big of a pot. So let me get this. Okay, just they have to be elevated. Now when you whatever you use in one plant, make sure you don't use on another. See, I'm gonna be elevating this guy like that. And like I said, I don't know if I already said this on this video or not, but remember, whenever you elevate your desert rose, that you do not water it on the first day. I usually like to replant and water, but with the desert rose, I probably will not water it today. I'm gonna probably water it in the next couple of days, or maybe like a week. But I'm also gonna move it out of the sun. It has to be out of the sun, so this new part does not end up burning. This new delicate part cannot be burned. So now the most important things to remember about repotting it, make sure you repot it when it needs, elevate the plant, and also on the moon, the right moon. It's just before the new moon. So the new moon's gonna be in 2 days, so I'm repotting it today. And the trim has to be in a different moon. We're gonna do a video about that, so don't worry. And if you love desert rose, if you love plants, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up, let me know if you like desert rose or what kind you like the most, and leave the comment. Look at this baby. I'm not replanting this one because it's flowering, so I'm just gonna let it be. Thank you for watching, guys.